السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم أحمد من قناة أحمد توت، ومعانا تحديد جديد للعبة العريقة العظيمة أو الأنوار أو لعبة التحديد. وصلنا مسرح الجريمة الساعة 12 الظهر.
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
ايديها هنا مفيش اي اثار عنف. ايديها التانية حرام والله الجسم ده يموت. انت ميوزك في الفنان. اثار الرجل الجميلة دي ايه؟
Find anything interesting?
No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
ده اثار العربية اللي هو جه ركن نزل رمى
Our driver and
الجثة.
our killer are most likely one and the same.
ده ايه ده؟ دي ورقة $5.
Probably nothing.
المفروض نرن على البوليس نعرف كان مغسلة. مين اللي جاي ده؟ مين دي؟
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
عندك
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
حلو.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
مشاهد هوبو ما بتكدبش.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt,
طويل
horribly
ورفيع
disfigured.
ومشوه
I think
بشكل
he may have had
رهيب.
an accident
أعتقد
in the
أنه ربما
war.
يكون قد
He's
تعرض
a
لحادث في الحرب.
very scary,
راجل مخيف
angry
وغاضب
man.
للغاية.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course, anything I can do to help.
احنا بنشكرك
I'd hate
جدا.
to think that something so ghastly could happen
مخيم
right here and
المتشردين
nothing be done about it.
نروح ونحقق فيه. EF 1363.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street.
43 شارع. ماشي كده معانا عنوان تالت. هذا ابيض القاتل. 23 شارع مخيم المتشردين على طول عشان مش عارف اقرا. خلينا الميلان.
Holy fuck. I fought. Miss my wife.
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What?
I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. And they can earn some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow their lead. These guys can wait. Phelps, leave him be.
What'd I miss?
Good to me.
هو ده شكله الصمة من ده الساعة 1. بسم الله. افتح الباب.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
طبعا الواد ده بيقول له هو كان عند زميلتها بتجيب منها حاجة واسمها
Someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss.
اضحك علي.
I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think that...
Procedure. You see to your girls.
والله كتاكيت والله عسلات ما شاء الله عليك. حرام هيتشتموا.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Operator, give me dispatch.
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton?
Teresa.
Teresa. اشتبه بهم المحتملون. عز العرس تريس بنت حل نفسية للضحية أخذ تواصل مع الضحية.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life.
تمام.
It can't be anyone who knew her.
نوعا ما بيكدبش.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes.
فين
Bar
يعني؟
on North Beaudry Avenue.
حلو.
Baron's Bar.
الحانة برضه.
She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and
بس
bring her.
كده؟ ليه التخوف في البيت؟ الحالة النفسية
Mr.
للضحية.
Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
لا بقول لك يلا انت بتتنك على
Spill it,
مش
Tarleton.
بنتنك على بعض
We
يعني.
like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well.
انت
I'm mad 'cause she
عمرتي.
was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
اه صح مش كده.
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
8:30. والراجل بيقول لي هي ماتت على 2 بالليل.
When was
أخد
the
تواصل.
last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
Why did you only report your wife missing this morning?
I thought she would have called up last night from the bar.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
We don't have time for you to be making guesses. What time was it exactly?
Hey, give me a break. I don't remember it to the second.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Betty.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure, I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD! Don't make me chase you, shitbird!
يا ابن الوسخة.
Can't let the son of a bitch get away!
God damn it all, I asked them to hold the mail.
Bates! We just want your cost!
تعال
Hands behind your head!
حط
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
مين هو البحار؟
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
بتكتب المرة.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault.
اعتداء
Look,
جنسي.
I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here.
حط في الثلاجة.
Detectives
أهلاً يا
Phelps and
ليله.
Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble, that's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Tarleton?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. I caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Tarleton.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing a finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2?
داخلين بالبناديل. خد يلا فقير معفن انت تعالى. طبعا كلنا فوق هنا.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
Ah, come on!
We need to hold out for the capital. How do we do that? Like this.
يا دين امي ولا معايا سلاح.
Rightful share. We need to fight for it.
والله متسيدين يا ولاد المكنات. خد يا متسيد خد. ابعد تعالى. خد يا ابني. وش.
What's your name? Comrade Stalin. Very funny.
Stalin?
We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
انت جاي بعمل حرب وتقفني ها؟
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I killed.
يا ابن المتنكة.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrelson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Isn't there anything else you can do?
You're lying, Ackerman. There must be a reason. You could have killed her in the camp.
My reasons are my own. Can you disprove what I say?
Oh. بص بقى يا وحش.
You're off the hook. For now. You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
حلو قوي. يلا يا راجل يا خول. وطلع المتسرد ابن المتنات ولا قتلها. فهمي؟ والله يا ابن البيتش. يس حلينا قضية طلع.
Man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line.
ليه؟
A grand day that will be, gentlemen.
حبيبي يا
And the
باشا.
grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
حبيب قلبي والله تسلم لي تسلم لي تسلم لي. احنا من افضل المحققين في الولاية. كده وصلنا لنهاية الفيديو. لايك سبسكرايب فعل زر الجرس. تابعنا على الانستجرام هتلاقيه في الديسكريبشن. وكان معاكم المحقق احمد محمد من قناة احمد توت. وبيس اوت يا ابن البيت.